The minor was launched in fall of 2008, and so now fall 2013, the major will be launched.
They're very motivated, and that's how we became a major. We're going to be able to grow and become better.
We're always updated on what's going on within the department.
What's great about anybody who's coming in to this major, or even deciding to add it as a minor, it's that you're helping build upon this foundation that we already have for environmental science.
And they're passionate about it. Here, they're really interested, and they're prepared to learn as well.
I already know students that have gone to conferences with their work.
I've presented at conferences, and I'll go to conferences and people are like, Flagler College, they have science.
We've designed our major a little bit differently at Flagler. We want it to be applied environmental science. We don't want it to just be theories that you know to be book smart, but don't make sense in the real world.
I like the fact that it addresses questions as of why. A lot of fields don't answer why something happens, and they're content with just how it works. And science challenges ideas. I like the challenge.
This summer will be the first time that we're taking 12 Flagler students to the Bahamas for a week.
We're going to be researching the coral and the reef and the ecology of the reef.
If I decide to do marine biology, I'll be able to say that I was on that trip and be able to show something for the work. It sounds cheesy, but it's kind of the opportunity of a lifetime.
There is no better place to live than St. Augustine. I mean, you can't find anything more beautiful.
It's a beautiful place to live. It's an interesting place to live. We have a lot of influx of new energy. We have a college here. We have a lot of young people in town, and at the same time, we have these very, very old traditions. We have families who have lived here for many, many generations. The history, the landscapes here, I mean, I can't think of a better place.
It's very outdoor oriented. People are always out on their bikes, kayaking at the beach, surfing, you know, doing stuff. They're active, and I think food trucks, they get people out in the streets, they get people walking around. We kind of wanted to name it Crave, like, you know, what you're craving. From red peppers to scallions, tomatoes, sun-dried tomato, corn, black beans, almonds. You can put grilled chicken, tuna salad, hummus. I find being healthy extremely important. I mean, I think quality of life and longevity is key. You can do more things, you can be more active, you feel better. I have two dogs, they're two English Bulldogs, and anyone that knows me knows we love the dogs, and that's my biggest passion besides healthy food is my dogs, man. They're awesome.
I have written pretty much everything I think there is to write as far as working as a writer. It took me a while to kind of sidle up to the idea of writing fiction. I approached a creative writing professor here at Flagler College, Dr. Darian Andrew, and I asked her if I could sit in on her class. And she very graciously agreed. That was when I realized there's a craft, there's a technique, and it can be learned, and it can be practiced, and it can be done. And Heart of Palm is about a family living here in Northeast Florida. The developer comes to town, realizes that this town is right on the Intracoastal Waterway, just 7 miles from the Atlantic Ocean, realizes that this place is a diamond in the rough and wants to develop it. But there's this old family, the Bravos, who have lived there for many generations, and they're offered a lot of money to cash out, sell their property. What do? Do they stay or do they go? That's the central conflict in the book.
I was a St. Augustine police officer for 4.5 years and a deputy sheriff for 33. I got to help people. You know, most times they would tell you that a cop ends up hurting people and arresting people. You try to help as many people as you can. That's the real secret of being a good police officer. So I really never really retired. I just went from being a police officer to being a trolley driver for a tour company. And being the driver of the trolley, I could hear all the stories that people were telling. And I decided, you know, if they can do it, I can do it. Making people happy with what they had, what you're supplying to them in the way of a tour of that history. If they leave with a smile on their face, that's what it's all about.